The Fab Four were unstoppable in 1967. In May, the band issued their groundbreaking album, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, which dominated the UK charts for 23 weeks in a row and revolutionized popular music. Recorded during the psychedelic era's Summer of Love, the groundbreaking record set the mood. Magical Mystery Tour, a double EP issued in December 1967, was the band's next move, carrying on with the experimental sound they had been cultivating since 1966's Revolver. Songs like Hello, Goodbye, Strawberry Fields Forever, Penny Lane, and All You Need Is Love were among its original US releases' most beloved and critically acclaimed singles. On the other hand, the film it was composed for had a far less beloved soundtrack. Black and white version of the Magical Mystery Tour premiered on BBC One on Boxing Day 1967. Released in 1964 and 1965, respectively, it was the third feature film starring the Beatles. The improvised plot of Magical Mystery Tour centers on a busload of passengers who begin to have eerie and bizarre experiences. Ringo Starr said that Paul had a fantastic sheet of paper, just a white sheet with a circle drawn on it, when they were working on its development. We must do something here since this is where we begin, according to the plan. As we progressed, we filled it out. It is considered the band's first major bomb after its airing because of the negative reception it garnered. The bigger they are, the harder they fall, James Thomas wrote in the Express Critic. And it was quite a tumble. The film was deemed appalling by the Daily Mail. Problematically, BBC One could only transmit in monochrome, which was a major setback for what was supposed to be a psychedelic burst of color. It was a color film screened in black and white when it first came out on British television, because BBC One did not have color at the time. The Beatles producer George Martin remarked later, when asked about this. As a result, it was a complete and utter failure. After taking a beating from critics in the UK, the film's plans to air on US television were scrapped. Later, Paul said, "I'm not sure whose idea Magical Mystery Tour was," after being sent out to defend it on the David Frost program on December 27th. "I don't know if I want to own up to it or not, but it may have been my fault. We were all in agreement, albeit I may have been the one to come up with a lot of the content at the time." Despite the fact that there were only around 200,000 color televisions in the UK in January 1968, the picture was played in color in an effort to recover its reputation. Nevertheless, it underwent a 2012 theatrical release and has since been aired several times in color